Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Welcome to the Arcane Oracle podcast. I am Elaine, the Arcane Oracle. I am a tarot reader and astrologer with over 20 years of experience. Over the years, I have had the honor of reading for thousands of clients, and I proudly offer authentic, accurate, and affordable psychic readings. If you are interested in getting a personalized tarot or astrology reading from me, you can check out my menu of readings at elainesarcanetarot.com. You may also text me at 765-739-0278. As always, I want to give a big heartfelt thank you to our gracious hosts at the Eye Opener Society. Please like this video and subscribe to the Eye Opener Society channel if you haven't done so already. And thank you, dear listener, for tuning in and sharing this space with me now. Now then, let's jump into my astrology forecast for December 2025. I'm going to focus on the first half of December, especially the end of retrograde season for Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune, and the Gemini Full Moon happening on December 4th. Retrograde season ends, and we're coming out of the fog. Saturn in retrograde in Pisces ends on Friday, November 28th. Saturn is the planet of limitations, structure, and discipline. When Saturn goes retrograde, it can bring more challenges, obstacles, delays, and restructuring into our lives. While this Saturn retrograde in Pisces has been a great opportunity for reflection and inner work, it might have also felt stagnated and exhausting for many of us. Now that Saturn is moving direct in Pisces, it's time to move from reflection into action again. Saturn is at the anaretic, or the final degree of Pisces, which is associated with endings and finality. Rest assured that although they may be bittersweet, these endings are for your highest good, and they must happen in order for you to transition into the next chapter of your story. It's time to find clarity and purpose again, and the stars are aligning to help us do just that. Mercury retrograde also comes to an end. Mercury is the planet of communication, learning, research, and investigation, and the planet of business, trade, and it has been retrograde since November 9th. Mercury's retrograde will end on Saturday, November 29th, in the sign of Scorpio. Mercury retrograde has been a wild ride in Scorpio this November, causing the usual disruptions to communications and daily routines. Now that Mercury is direct, we can expect improved focus and clearer communication. Mercury in Scorpio loves to research, investigate, and analyze. This is a great time for deep conversations, inner reflection, and inner work, and for finding out the truth. Mercury will remain in Scorpio until December 11th, 2025, when it will also join with Black Moon Lilith, which represents the shadow, our instincts, impulses, and also our intuitive minds. This embrace of Mercury and Lilith could trigger events that reveal inner conflicts or hidden desires, or possibly even expose secrets. Neptune retrograde in Pisces ends. Neptune is the planet of spirituality, psychic abilities, unconditional love, compassion, and also deception, illusions, and escapism. It's been retrograde since July 4th, and it will move direct on December 10th, 2025. When Neptune is retrograde, it challenges us to face reality, reevaluate our dreams and ambitions, and let go of ideas and identities we've outgrown. It can also force us to deal with the consequences of deception, illusions, and escapism. This can feel understandably confusing, heavy, and unmagical. Now that Neptune is kicking forward, we can reclaim our vision and clarity. Intuition and creative energies should begin flowing again, giving us back that magic we need in order to work our will and go after our ambitions as we head into the new year. Sagittarius season begins. Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign of the zodiac. Sagittarius energy is bright, open-minded, expansive, adventurous, optimistic, deep thinking, courageous, and passionate. Sagittarius and the ninth house of a horoscope rules subjects and themes such as individual destiny, philosophy, religion, traditions, higher education, writing and publishing, legal matters, foreign affairs, and long-distance travels. The Sun, Venus, and Mars will be in Sagittarius. Altogether, this is what is called a stellium, or a planet pileup in a zodiac sign. In this instance, in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius brings optimism and some general good luck to our relationships and our personal finances. Mars in Sagittarius gives us some extra positivity, passion, ambition, and a sense of adventure. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and it's still retrograde in Cancer, where Jupiter is exalted, and that offers even more good luck, rewards for past good deeds, especially in our private lives, such as with our relationships, our family life, personal finances, and home life. The Gemini Full Moon happens on Thursday, December 4th, and Gemini is the mutable air sign of the zodiac. Gemini energy is witty, curious, communicative, restless, and changeable. A Gemini full moon is a time of increased communication, mental activity, and changes. This full moon can bring us new understanding and clarity. It's a great time to work on improving communication in our important relationships and improving our communication practices in general. This full moon favors problem solving and connection in all areas. This Gemini full moon is also an ideal time for letting go of what no longer belongs in your life, removing blockages, cutting unhealthy attachments, and for finding closure. Rituals focused on letting go, banishing, cleansing, and removing blocks are favorable during this full moon. A Gemini full moon can also cause increased insomnia, anxiety, and a general sense of scattered energy. You can plan accordingly for this by setting yourself up with good routines at bedtime on the days around the full moon between December 1st and December 5th, or December 2nd and December 5th, pardon me. Meditation, some light physical exercise, mindfulness, and journaling can be especially helpful to relieve the side effects of this full moon. Now, let's dive into your zodiac signs' individual horoscopes and tarot readings for December. Check out your readings. Check out your readings for your sun sign, moon sign, and your rising sign to get the most out of these readings. Thank you all for listening, and I wish you all a blessed and joyful Sagittarius season. If you are interested in connecting with me for a personalized reading, please check out my website at elainesarcanetarot.com or text me at 765-739-0278. Aries. Sagittarius season lights up your ninth house of personal destiny, big dreams and future plans, personal and spiritual beliefs, and long-distance travels. As the end of retrograde season begins to loosen up some of the limitations and uncertainty in your life this December, this is a lucky time to turn your attention to setting new goals for yourself and making your plans for 2026. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your 8th house of shared resources, intimate relationships, and transformative experiences. Business and financial concerns, as well as communications or any conflicts in intimate relationships, should improve after the 29th. Saturn and Neptune turn direct in your 12th house of mental health, spiritual experiences, and endings. The brain fog, delays, obstacles, and lack of motivation that you've been experiencing in the last few weeks should improve significantly by the 10th of December or around that time. There's an opportunity here for closure, deep spiritual or emotional healing, or letting go of past burdens. On the 4th of December, the full moon in Gemini illuminates your 3rd house of daily routines, communication, and local environment. Expect a busy time for the first half of December, probably including a lot of exciting news, changes, communications, and socializing. Breakthroughs, personal successes, and other unexpected but positive changes are possible during this full moon period. Now for your tarot reading. The Four of Wands promises celebrations, parties, and other special events coming for you in December, and all forms of good news and improvements in health, business, and finances. The advice card for you is the Nine of Swords, which advises you to get more rest and sleep, and the need to reflect on your mindset, work on any negative thought patterns or self-criticism that's keeping you down, to focus on stress management, and to utilize coping strategies such as meditation and journaling. It's all about self-discipline and your mindset, Aries. Taurus. Sagittarius season focuses your attention on your 8th house of shared resources, intimate relationships, and transformative experiences. You might experience some good luck or general improvements in your committed relationship, or good luck with your bigger finances, such as resolving debts or profiting from your investments. On the 29th of November, Mercury turns direct in your 7th house of partnerships and business relationships. The end of Mercury retrograde will help communications in your life overall, and you can expect improved luck in your relationships or in your business communications most of all. Saturn and Neptune also turn direct in your 11th house of public life, social concerns, collaborations, and friendships this month. If you have been struggling to put yourself out there lately, or if you've been feeling unsocial, this will help you get back in the game and comfortable in the limelight again. It's time to end an old outgrown story in your social life and get back out there in your chosen community. On December 4th, the full moon in Gemini lights up your 2nd house of personal resources and possessions, personal values, and self-worth. And these matters might require more of your attention than usual. During this full moon, meditate on how to be kind to yourself, your present self, and perhaps more importantly, to your future self. Self-care is the key word here. Some self-indulgence might also be good medicine for your soul this December, but also pay attention to setting yourself up for future success as well. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December, Taurus, is the Magician, signaling that your fate will be mostly in your own hands this month. The Magician brings empowerment, luck, and opportunities to benefit from your skills and talents. You have the resources that you need to go after what you want, and you have excellent chances of success. The Magician has a timeline of about 1 to 3 months. Your advice tarot card for December is the Ace of Swords. This card advises decisive action, setting boundaries, clearer communication, and using logic over emotions. Employing self-discipline, research, preparation, and planning ahead is advised. Gemini. Sagittarius season lights up your 7th house of partnerships and business relationships and lends you some extra luck in these areas of life. If you're in a relationship, this month brings more fun and intimacy and improved communication with your partner. This is also an excellent time to make new business plans or to expand your business, including in advertising. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your 6th house of work, job, service, physical health, and personal routines. Mercury retrograde season in November probably brought some extra stress, conflicts, or other difficulties to your work life or your physical health, but now that pressure will ease up, and communications and overall conditions will improve. Saturn and Neptune also turn direct in your 10th house of career, vocation, public life, and self-discipline this month. Saturn will help you get back into your groove, working towards your career or your calling, and support from Jupiter and Uranus will help you overcome old limitations and restrictions. Expect breakthroughs and positive changes in the next few weeks. This is also your full moon, Gemini. On December 4th, Gemini full moon illuminates your first house of self-realization, public persona, your vibes, and your attitude, empowering you overall this December. You might be very busy or in demand this month, and luck will be on your side as you pursue your desires. Tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first 2 weeks of December, Gemini, is the Eight of Wands. Expect big changes, rapid developments, sudden or exciting news, busy communication, and perhaps a lot of traveling. This tarot card also signifies the time frame of about November 21st through December 1st. So events during this time frame might be especially important for you in the weeks to come. Your advice tarot card for the month of December is Death. This card advises you of the need to make peace with your past and to embrace and allow changes and transitions in life. It's time to finally let go of old grievances, old identities, and bury emotional baggage. Cancer. Sagittarius season focuses your attention on your sixth house of jobs, work, service, physical health, and personal routines. With help from Venus and Mars in your sixth house this month, you can expect improved conditions and attitudes at your job or workplace, or just in your day-to-day routines. You will also enjoy improvements to your physical health and energy levels. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your fifth house of fun, creativity, romance, and children, or personal projects or investments. This will bring relief to any stress, conflicts, or delays in your romantic relationships, creative pursuits, or your relationships with your children, and or your investments in personal projects. Saturn and Neptune also turn direct this month in your ninth house of personal destiny, big dreams and future plans, personal and spiritual beliefs, and long-distance travels. As retrograde season ends and energies begin flowing again this December, it's time to refocus on your big goals and plans for your future. The Gemini Full Moon lights up your 12th house of mental health, spiritual experiences, and endings. This offers an opportunity to do some inner work and perhaps some letting go. There's also the possibility of closure or important endings this month, and it would be wise to simply allow this process and to practice letting go as mindfully as you can. With help from Jupiter and Uranus, you can also expect new beginnings and sudden, and perhaps unexpected, positive changes in the next few weeks. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December is the World, bringing you achievement, fulfillment, success, and perhaps some happy endings this December. This might show up as graduations, promotions, advancements, or retirements for some of you. This month will be a time of ending one chapter and beginning a new one. The advice card for you as you begin this December is the Two of Pentacles, advising you to find balance, avoid overworking, and pace yourself no matter how busy you are. Be sure to practice good personal routines, self-care, and stress management. Don't go to extremes and risk wasting your hard work or making yourself unwell. Side note, the time frame of the Two of Pentacles is December 21st through December 30th, which might indicate that the final week or so of December may be especially significant for you somehow. Leo. Sagittarius season is turning your focus towards your fifth house of fun, creativity, romance, and children, or personal projects or investments. Expect to spend a lot of your time and energy pursuing your passions and doing what you love this month. Lucky you. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your fourth house of personal relationships, family, private life, and home. Challenges, delays, and conflicts pertaining to your family relationships, private life, or home life should begin improving and moving forward this month. Saturn and Neptune move direct in your eighth house of shared resources, intimate relationships, and transformative experiences. Business and financial challenges, as well as communications and conflicts in intimate friendships or intimate relationships, will begin working themselves out by mid-December. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon will illuminate your 11th house of public life, dreams and ambitions, social concerns, collaborations, and friendships. You might be particularly popular and in demand, or you might enjoy a sudden breakthrough towards your big goals and ambitions this December. Be on the lookout for opportunities to shine and share your gifts, as you will surely find them this month. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first 2 weeks of December is the Page of Wands, indicating that you will be stepping out of your comfort zone and putting yourself out there. Being a beginner or a newcomer, learning new skills, or adjusting to a new environment or a new role in this December. Your advice card for December is the Fool reversed, encouraging you to practice mindfulness, pay extra attention to details, and to beware of overconfidence and unnecessary risks this month. Be open to advice and/or constructive criticism from trustworthy people, but don't be overly trusting with others. Hope for the best, but have backup plans in place, and avoid making impulsive decisions. Virgo. Sagittarius season lights up your 4th house of personal relationships, family, private life, and home. Aside from the holiday season bustle, you will find yourself especially occupied by family or household matters, or perhaps even home renovations or moving house. On November 29th, Mercury moves direct in your 3rd house, relieving stress and difficulties concerning your daily routines, communications, and local environment. If you've been experiencing conflicts with others or difficulties with transportation lately, the end of Mercury retrograde season will certainly help work these problems out. Saturn and Neptune also move direct and bring an end to delays and restrictions in your 7th house of committed partnerships and business relationships. Expect changes and breakthroughs in your love life or business relationships in the coming weeks. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon illuminates your 10th house of career, vocation, and public life, as well as self-discipline. This presents an opportunity for you to decide how you want to show up in your public life and what major goals you want to devote your energy to in the coming weeks. Your effort and hard work will be rewarded with equal good luck from Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December is the Eight of Wands. Expect big changes, rapid development, sudden or exciting news, busy communication, and perhaps a lot of traveling. This tarot card also signifies the time frame of November 21st through about December 1st, so events during this time frame may be especially important for you in the weeks to come. Your advice card for December is the Wheel of Fortune. This is an especially lucky card for you. Of course, be reasonably cautious and responsible as always, but this month you are getting cosmic permission to loosen up a little more than usual. Be flexible, lighthearted, and open-minded, and be curious this month. Trust the journey, trust your intuition, and look out for signs and omens from the spirit realms. Good things are in store for you if you're willing to seek them. Libra. Sagittarius season pulls your focus on your 3rd house of daily routines, communications, and local environment. December is a great month for communicating and for making improvements to your daily routines. This might also include upgrading your transportation arrangements or participating in community projects. On November 29th, Mercury moves direct in your 2nd house of personal resources and possessions, personal values, and self-worth. This will help work out any obstacles, delays, or conflicts with these areas of your life. Essentially, the end of Mercury retrograde will get energy flowing again with regards to your personal finances and resources. This can include inner or emotional resources as well, related to your self-confidence or personal stability. Saturn and Neptune also move direct this month in your sixth house of jobs, work, service, physical health, and personal routines, lifting restrictions and blockages in these areas of your life so that you can start moving forward again. Saturn turns direct on November 28th, and it might feel like casting off some heavy burden in your life, or you could see the end of a responsibility, contract, or relationship. Your physical health or energy levels should improve, and work stress or daily drama should quiet down significantly, allowing you to refocus and get motivated towards your goals again. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon illuminates your ninth house of personal destiny, big dreams and future plans, personal and spiritual beliefs, and long-distance travels. This full moon invites you to reflect on your belief systems, your sense of destiny, and to clarify your next major goals from here. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December is the Page of Swords reversed, foretelling some possible conflicts, misunderstandings, stressful situations, or unwanted interactions, or unwelcome news. Patience and self-control will be rewarded or at least save you some considerable trouble, and keeping your cool under pressure this month might even bring you some sweet future opportunities. The advice card for you this December is the Emperor, advising you to take ownership, be responsible, and keep a cool head. You might be called upon to lead or otherwise step up for other people or for a group project. If this happens, believe in yourself and know that you have the qualities that the situation requires right now. Go for it. Scorpio. Sagittarius season pulls attention and focus to your second house of personal resources and possessions, personal values, and self-worth. Venus brings you some extra luck when it comes to these matters as well. On November 29th, Mercury moves direct in your first house of self-realization, public persona, your vibes, and your attitude. After what was likely a challenging month, communications and daily routines should start moving more smoothly again, and challenges, delays, and obstacles should start working themselves out as you head into December. Saturn and Neptune also move direct in your fourth house of personal relationships, family, private life, and home, allowing you to get back to building lasting structure and security in those areas of your life. Saturn direct will still demand hard work on the home front from you as it transits, pardon me, can't talk tonight. Saturn direct will still demand hard work on the home front from you as it transits your fourth house. But now that Saturn is direct, you should experience fewer obstacles, delays, and burdensome conditions as you take on your fourth house responsibilities. On December 4th, the Gemini full moon lights up your eighth house of shared resources, intimate relationships, and transformative experiences. Over the next few weeks, you may have the opportunity to improve your greater finances in some way. Think loans, debts, taxes, investments, insurance, inheritances, and so on. This full moon is also great for focusing on your committed partnership or on inner spiritual work. Your intuition and psychic senses will be heightened during this full moon as well. Your tarot reading. So, your tarot reading for the first 2 weeks of December is the 10 of Pentacles, and that brings with it prosperity, abundance, family connection, and support all around. So this could be a month or first half of the month where you are really focused on family concerns, or you could even enjoy some kind of a promotion or major financial improvement of some kind. Your advice card for December is the Page of Cups, which advises you to take a break, relax, play, and enjoy some time with your loved ones while you can this month. Taking time to recharge will restore your vitality and creativity as you head into December. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius season illuminates your first house of self-realization, public persona, your vibes, and your attitude, blessing you with overall good luck and vitality. You might notice that you're more in demand and popular this month and that you have more motivation and passion overall. On November 29th, Mercury moves direct in your 12th house of mental health, spiritual experiences, and endings. This will do wonders to lift mental fog and depression if you have been experiencing any of that lately. Communications and projects will start flowing again, and you should notice a more upbeat and focused mindset. Saturn and Neptune also move direct this month in your 4th house of personal relationships, family, private life, and home. If you have been experiencing delays and obstacles in your personal relationships or related to your living situation, this transit will help you by removing blockages in your path or by helping you overcome obstacles. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon lights up your 7th house of partnerships and business relationships. For the first half of December, your attention will be on your committed partnership, and you may have a romantic breakthrough or just enjoy some more quality time with your partner. Alternatively, your focus might be on business matters, and this might include collaborations with other businesses, contracts, and client relationships. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first 2 weeks of December is the Ten of Swords, clarified with the King of Wands. You will see the end of a painful or exhausting situation very soon, and you will finally begin healing from heartbreak and start reclaiming your power and moving on with your life this December. It's onwards and upwards from here, Sagittarius. The advice card for you this December is the Page of Wands, urging you to try a new approach, to change your routines, to learn new skills, and seek new beginnings and set intentions for change and growth this month. Embrace change in the coming weeks, focus on self-improvement and progress. Capricorn, Sagittarius season draws your attention to your 12th house of mental health, spiritual experiences, and endings. This offers you the chance for closure and for making peace with your past and experiencing deep emotional or spiritual healing. This month is a great time for you to explore your spiritual connection through meditation, inner work, and all forms of spiritual practice. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your 11th house of public life, social concerns, collaborations, and friendships. This will improve the overall quality of your communications with others and help you feel connected again. You might be busier than usual with friends and social affairs this month as well. Saturn and Neptune also move direct this month in your 3rd house of daily routines, communications, and local environment. This will help lift restrictions and obstacles you may have been dealing with lately with your daily routines. And if you've been trying to solve transportation problems, this will definitely help you work those problems out. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon illuminates your 6th house of jobs, work, service, physical health, and personal routines. For the first half of December, you will likely be spending a lot of time and energy on matters related to your job, your physical health, or your everyday routines. Tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December, Capricorn, is the Nine of Wands, signifying struggles, hardships, distrust, and possibly conflicts and disputes on the way for you this month. But don't be discouraged, because these troubles will ultimately be short-lived and will most likely work out in your favor anyway, as long as you don't back down, give up, or lose your temper. The time frame for this card is December 1st through around December 10th, indicating that there may be some particularly significant events coming up for you during that week. Your advice card for this month is the Chariot. Your strategies and methods are effective, so keep up your momentum and push onward and you will succeed. But remember to stay diligent in your work. Beware of rushing and of impulsive decision-making. Aquarius. Sagittarius season illuminates your 11th house of public life, social concerns, collaborations, and friendships. December could be a very busy season for you, with many social engagements. You may notice that you are more motivated and optimistic overall, and you will probably be very popular and charming as well. The 11th house is the house of luck and wishes, and the planet of good fortune, Venus, blesses you with extra luck this month. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your 10th house of career, vocation, public life, and self-discipline. The end of Mercury retrograde will help lift restrictions and clear away blockages you've been experiencing related to your career and major life goals. Communications, projects, and business dealings will begin flowing more smoothly for you again as well. Saturn and Neptune also turn direct in your second house of personal resources and possession, personal values, and self-worth. Your financial luck will get a boost from this, and the end of Saturn retrograde will help end restrictions and blockages to your personal income and possessions. This could manifest as getting out of debt or as winning a settlement, for example. Alternately, you may have experiences that help you clarify your personal values or help you see your own self-worth more clearly. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon lights up your 5th house of fun, creativity, romance, and children, or personal projects or investments. You will spend more energy and time on these matters than usual during the first half of December. This might manifest as a sweet romantic experience or as joyful time spent with your children. For others, this could be a time of intense creative flow or of rapid developments related to your investments or personal projects, including self-employment. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December is the Eight of Swords, clarified with the Seven of Pentacles. You will be coming to terms with your self-defeating and limiting patterns and perhaps some self-defeating or limiting relationships this December. This is a wonderful opportunity for meaningful, positive changes in your life and doing some serious inner work. But at first, this may feel quite uncomfortable. It's time to cut your losses and cut out any unhealthy attachments and move on before you waste any more of your time or your resources. Your advice card for this month is the Three of Wands, encouraging you to give yourself more credit, know your worth, and to be more open to opportunities and new connections coming your way in the coming weeks. It's a good time to network and to socialize and also seek out new opportunities for yourself. Pisces. Sagittarius season focuses on your 10th house of career, vocation, public life, and self-discipline. You could enjoy a boost of good fortune or advancements in your career or major life goals. You will likely notice that you are more motivated and ambitious this month, and Venus in Sagittarius offers you some extra good luck to help you work towards your goals. On November 29th, Mercury turns direct in your 9th house of personal destiny, big dreams and future plans, personal and spiritual beliefs, and long-distance travels. This will help lift restrictions and delays as well as brain fog and improve overall communications with others. You will feel more clear-minded and focused as we roll into December. Saturn and Neptune also turn direct this month in your 1st house of self-realization, public persona, your vibes, and your attitude. This can be a major energy shift for you, helping you gain the willpower and the inner resources to go after whatever you want in the coming months. You will have extra willpower, inner strength, and some extra charm on your side. With Neptune's help, your intuition and perception will be strengthened as well. On December 4th, the Gemini Full Moon draws your attention and energy towards your 4th house of personal relationships, family, private life, and home. Your family may need more of your attention and time for the first half of December, or you might be otherwise focused on your living situation, such as moving house, selling or buying a house, renovating a house, so on. The first half of December will also offer you the chance to rest, reflect, and recharge in general. Your tarot reading. Your tarot card for the first half of December is the Four of Wands, signifying celebrations, parties, and other special events for you in the coming weeks. Expect good news and improvements in health, romance, business, and finances as well. Your advice card this month is the Hermit, advising you to seek solitude and recharge your energy in the coming weeks. This month will be a great time for you to connect with your inner guidance and your own spirituality. This is a time to trust in your intuition over the influence of convention or over other people's opinions, Pisces.